are facing the wrath of the President of the United States and the government of America in these harsh sanctions that are being imposed on the government and people of Iran. The world said they did not want Iran to possess nuclear weapons. Agreement was made between the government of the Islamic Republic of Iran, the government of the United States of America, England, France, Germany, China, and Russia.
و بر همین اساس توافقنامه امضا شد بین ایالات متحده آمریکا، ایران، چین، آلمان، انگلیس و همینطور روسیه و فرانسه.
Every investigative body during the years of this treaty arrangement said that Iran had never violated one aspect of that agreement. America, they said that they gave Iran billions of dollars, but they never said that they were holding over $150 billion of Iranian money, and they were supposed to give it back during the treaty arrangement. But has Iran gotten that money back yet? Can anybody answer that question for me? Iran fulfilled what she signed to do on that paper, but America has not.
ایران به تعهد خودش و به امضای خودش که در اون توافقنامه اومده بود پایبند بود، اما امریکا نه.
And with the advent of our new president, President Donald Trump, he did not like the arrangement, so unilaterally he ripped it up.
و با آمدن رئیس جمهور ترامپ ایشون از این توافقنامه خوشش نیامد و اون رو پاره کرد.
And now has imposed, according to what I have read, the harshest sanctions ever imposed on any nation.
و اونجایی که من خوندم و متوجه شدم الان رئیس جمهور آمریکا سخت‌ترین تحریم‌ها رو علیه ایران اعمال کرد.
Allah says in the Quran, the devil promises only to deceive.
خداوند در قرآن می‌فرمایند که
It is wonderful to be here in Israel. President Rivlin, Mrs. Rivlin, Prime Minister Netanyahu, Mrs. Netanyahu, thank you very much. I am deeply grateful for your invitation and very, very honored to be with you. On my first trip overseas is I have no idea about the Mueller report. I'm going to Florida. We have meetings with the 5 Caribbean leaders. That'll be at Mar-a-Lago. We have a lot of other meetings set up for this weekend on trade. We have a lot of talks with China, and a lot of things are happening.
And that they're anti-Jewish. We're all skipping the AIPAC conference next week, but you're not going as well.
The Democrats have very much proven to be anti-Israel. There's no question about that. And it's a disgrace. I mean, I don't know what's happened to them, but they are totally anti-Israel. Frankly, I think they're anti-Jewish.
Are you telling your staff not to comply?
It's just a continuation of the same witch hunt. They know it, and behind closed doors, they laugh at it. It's just a continuation of the same nonsense.
The United States, under President Harry Truman, became the first nation to recognize the State of Israel. Today, we officially opened the United States Embassy in Jerusalem. Congratulations. It's been a long time coming. Almost immediately after declaring statehood in 1948, Israel designated the city of Jerusalem as its capital. The capital the Jewish people established in ancient times. So important. Today, Jerusalem is the seat of Israel's government. It is the home of the Israeli legislature and the Israeli Supreme Court and Israel's prime minister and president. Israel is a sovereign nation with the right, like every other sovereign nation, to determine its own capital. Yet for many years we failed to acknowledge the obvious, the plain reality that Israel's capital is Jerusalem.
This is the commitment we just made or ratified this afternoon.
And that was a long and very diplomatic answer to your question. I will say it a little bit shorter. Walls work, just ask Israel. They work, believe me, they work. In the Oval Office, we've had numerous great meetings, and we talk usually about trade and military and lots of things, but today I think we're talking about, more than anything else, we're celebrating the Golan Heights. It's something that I've been hearing about for many years from many people I've been studying for years, and this should have been done, I would say, numerous presidents ago. But for some reason they didn't do it, and I'm very honored to have done it. So I just want to say, Bibi, it's an honor to have you at the Oval Office. Thank you.
Thank you. May I say that I've been here many, many, many times. I've been around.
You have.
And I've met many friends of Israel in this office, but as I said in the other room just now, in a day of history, we have never had a greater friend than President Trump.
Out there that have done some very, very evil things, very bad things, I would say treasonous things against our country. And hopefully that people that have done such harm to our country, we've gone through a period of really bad things happening. Those people will certainly be looked at. I've been looking at them for a long time, and I'm saying, why haven't they been looked at? They lied to Congress. Many of them, you know who they are. They've done so many evil things. I will tell you, I love this country. I love this country as much as I can love anything. My family, my country, my God. But what they did, my country, my God. But what they did, this country as much as I can love anything. My family, my country, my God. But what they did, it was a false narrative. It was a terrible thing. We can never let this happen to another president again. I can tell you that. I say it very strongly. Very few people I know could have handled it. We can never, ever let this happen to another president again. Thank you all very much. We defeated the caliphate in Syria. We have withdrawn from the horrible Iran nuclear deal and imposed the toughest ever sanctions, and these are by far the toughest ever on the Iranian regime. It's having a big effect. Iran is not the same country that it was when I took office. The day I took office, we had threats all over the Middle East and beyond.
No, we didn't.
Iran is a much different place right now than it was. As I said during my State of the Union address, we will not avert our eyes from the dictatorship that chants death to America, death to Israel, and calls for genocide against the Jewish people. We won't let them even consider that. We will confront the poison of anti-Semitism through both our words and, maybe even more importantly, our actions. In the last century, humanity witnessed the horrific consequences of anti-Semitism.